Yeah, I see it. So we're live, everybody. Are all the commissioners here? It looks like it's 6 o'clock.
Everybody's here except Sandy. Oh, there she is. Sandy's here. Very good.
Okay, talk to you later. Okay, bye. Okay, sorry, I had some computer problems.
We're on. All right. We're going to go ahead and start. I'd like to call this executive meeting November 3rd to order. We take roll, please.
Mr. Taylor,
Here.
Mr. Bedell,
Here.
Mr. Fagan,
Here.
Ms. Hancock,
Here,
Ms. Hart, okay, Ms. Perry,
Here.
Ms. Williams,
here.
Mr. Chair, you have a quorum.
Okay. That being said, we have the minutes for the public hearing, executive meeting of September 22nd. Everybody had a chance to read these minutes. If so, are there any objections or corrections to these minutes? None? Okay, I'd like to have a motion for approval of these minutes. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Yeah, there's been a first and a second. All those in favor of approving these minutes signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Full count. And we also have the minutes of the executive meeting of October 6, 2025. Once again, has everybody had an opportunity to read these minutes? If so, are there any objections or corrections to these meeting minutes? All right. That being said, could I get a motion for approval of the minutes for this meeting?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Been a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Full count. Now we have new business. We have PC 31-25 Daniel Ambrose.
PC 31-25 Daniel Ambrose is a request for a change of zoning from C8 Planned Commercial District to C2 Shopping District for a 0.44 acre tract located on the east side of Telegraph Road, approximately 200 feet south of Burncoate Drive. And this is coming to the commission tonight as a letter of recommendation. For review, this site is in South County, and there you can see it outlined in red on the aerial. The background of this petition is that the existing C8 ordinance only allows a burglar alarm monitoring and answering service. The request for C2 shopping district zoning would allow a wider range of commercial uses on this site. The department is recommending approval of this request. We find that C2 zoning is consistent with the surrounding land use and zoning pattern of the area, and note that this request furthers several inclusive economies and responsible growth policy goals of the 2050 comprehensive plan. So at this time, I'd like to request a motion.
Okay. You've heard the recommendation of the department. Is there a motion for approval?
Motion to approve.
First, is there a second?
Second.
That being said, are there any questions in regards to this change? Okay, if not, there's been a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes. Ayes have it with the full count. Next, we have PC 32-25, Cudgel Contracting LLC.
Good evening, Commissioners. This is PC 3225, Cudgel Contracting LLC. Is a request for a rezone from a C2 and floodplain C2 to an M1 and floodplain M1 on a 0.73 acre tract located northwest side of Tesshire Drive, approximately 1,050 feet northeast of Musick Road. It is coming to you as a letter of recommendation. It is located in Far South County, and here it is outlined in red. Again, this is a request for an M1 and floodplain M1 industrial district zoning. The property owner wants to develop a contractor storage yard, which is not permitted under the current C2 shopping district zoning. We recommend approval. The site was previously zoned M1. The range of M1 uses are appropriate and consistent with surrounding land use and zoning, and we believe it furthers several inclusive economies and responsible growth policies of the 2050 comprehensive plan. At this time, I move for a motion.
Heard the recommendation of the department. Do I have a motion for approval?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
There's been a first and a second. Are there any questions in regards to this change? If not, we've had a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Ayes.
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes. Ayes have it with the full count. Next, we have PC 33-25, Lemay Memorial VFW Home Association.
Good evening, Commissioners. This is PC 33-25 for Lemay Memorial VFW Home Association. This is for a conditional use permit in the C2. This is for outdoor sales when other sales are permitted by the primary use on site. This is a 0.96 acre tract on the southeast side of Wachtel Avenue, southwest of the intersection of Lemay Ferry Road and Military Road. This is going as a letter of decision. The site is in South County near the city of St. Louis and River de Pere. You can see it outlined in red here. So this is a request for a conditional use permit procedure in the C2 shopping district for outdoor sales when no other sales related by the permitted primary use are occurring on site. That is the legal verbiage of that. The petitioner intends to operate a flea market on the site here. This is the site development plan. There's no proposed changes to the building, the grounds, or parking configuration. The proposed use can be accommodated with the current site design. They're just going to use the parking lot as it is, and we find it not necessary or appropriate to seek any additional improvements for this. We are looking at a recommendation of approval. We find that the conditional use permit procedure is the appropriate procedure for this. It does meet that four-pronged CUP test. It's not detrimental, it's visually compatible, desirable for the general welfare of the county, and is consistent with that good planning practice. We also see that it furthers several complete communities and inclusive economy policy goals from the 2050 plan. At this point, I will make a motion.
You've heard the recommendation for approval by the department. Do I have a motion for approval?
Motion to approve?
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, there's been a first and second. Are there any questions in regards to this change? If not, there's been a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes. Ayes have it with the full count there. And now we have PC 34-25, St. Louis County Planning Commission.
PC 34-25 St. Louis County Planning Commission was a request for a change of zoning from R1 to NU and KP for a 4.24 acre tract located north of the intersection of Old Jamestown Road and Vale Avenue. This is also coming to the commission tonight as a letter of recommendation. This site is in North County, and there you can see it outlined in red on the aerial. As the commission may recall, the background of this request is that the current site was part of a request for a change of zoning from NU non-urban district to R1 residence district and for a PEU in the R1. And that request was approved in 1987 to develop the Park Argonne Estates single-family subdivision. The first plat of that subdivision was recorded and built, but the part of the subdivision that was supposed to be developed on the current petition site was never approved, and this parcel was not developed. Therefore, the PEU governing this portion of the site is expired, and so this request is a reversion of the zoning due to that expired PEU. The property owner spoke at public hearing and noted their plan to build one single-family residence on the site. They also noted some existing structures on the site that may be reutilized if they are in sound condition. The department is recommending approval of this request. Reverting the zoning is the appropriate action to be taken due to the expiration of the PEU, and this request would allow the property owner to construct a single-family residence on the site, which would match the existing characteristics of the surrounding area. The department also finds that this request is in line with several complete communities policy goals of the comprehensive plan.
Okay, so this is a recommendation.
Yes, our recommendation is approval.
For the department's recommendation, I have a motion for approval.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any questions regarding this PC?
Yes, I have a question. Yes. I'm
Yes,
just
sir.
curious, what's the expiration time frame?
There's several different kind of triggers for expiration in the zoning ordinance. So the first is that if a preliminary plan is not approved within 18 months of ordinance adoption, the PEU can expire. And then if you get the preliminary plan approved, then you have to record the record plat, which is what legally creates the lot lines. And I believe the expiration date is 2 years from the preliminary plat approval. And then the construction needs to take place, substantial construction, which for this would probably be footings and foundations of the homes. That's required within 2 years of the record plat being approved.
This has gone like 2.5 decades.
Yeah.
Does that answer your
How is
question?
it, how is it the planning department and planning commissioners are bringing this recommendation and not the homeowner or property owner?
Because the language of the zoning ordinance says that when a PEU expires, the planning commission shall initiate a petition to revert the zoning. So that's the language of the zoning ordinance.
That answer your question, Arvetta?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Are there any more questions? I just have one because wasn't there for this. Or are those log cabins that are actually on this side or just some structures there?
I believe they're like barn structures, and the property owner noted that they have been not maintained, so they're kind of accessory structures, not a dwelling structure.
Thank you. Okay, well, we've had a recommendation, we've had a motion for approval and a second on that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it then. Looks like we don't have any old business. And what I'm looking here are these 1, 2, 3, 4 items. Do we have to go through this since we approved it? The Daniel Ambrose, Cudgel Contracting, the Lemay, and then the St. Louis County Planning Commission, or we got to go through everything?
I'll jump in there, Abby. No, for the items you just completed, no, but PC 05-25, you do need to
Very good.
vote to submit that letter of recommendation at this time.
Okay, well, we have PC 05-25, St. Louis County Planning Commission.
And the commission will recall this was a request for amendments to chapter 1003 zoning ordinance pertaining to several sections. This letter of recommendation is generally consistent with the commission's recommendation of approval from the October executive meeting. The one revision that we made based on the commission's discussion is in the legal non-conforming section. We previously had written acceptable forms of evidence are, and then listed these 4 forms of evidence you see on the screen here. Based on the conversation, we revised that to say acceptable forms of evidence include but are not limited to allow some flexibility in that requirement. So that's the only change. Otherwise, this is a letter of recommendation consistent with your previous action.
Okay, you heard the letter of recommendation by the department. Do I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, there's been a first and second. Are there any questions in regarding this? Okay, if not, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Full count there.
I do have a question because I see that Commissioner Hart has joined. For the minutes, which petitions did you vote on?
Commissioner Hart had texted me she was having some technical
Okay.
difficulties, so I'm not sure if her mic's working.
Okay, we might have to
I'm
clarify
here.
that.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go.
Did somebody ask me a question?
I was just asking when you joined so that we can make sure the
Oh.
minutes. Okay, never mind. It seems like Bennett's got it.
I apologize.
Thank
My
you.
question was answered, so I'm
All
good.
good.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have good of the order revisions for the December meeting schedule. Here we go.
So we
Want me
bring
to
this
explain this?
to
Oh,
the
okay.
commission today. Instead of having 2 meetings in December, it's pretty frequent that the commission has 1 because December is a very popular month for folks to be doing other things. So we are recommending that we have 1 meeting in December, which would be a joint executive meeting and public hearing to occur on 12/8. So the time on that would be, Abby, do you have the exact time for this? We would have a 5:30 educational opportunity for those who would like to join, then a 6 p.m. executive meeting with a 7 p.m. Public hearing time.
That's
I think
correct.
that's correct.
Yeah.
Jacob, may I just ask, just to clarify, there would not be dinner served?
On the 8th, that's something that the department can look into. I haven't even thought about that, but that makes some. I know it's dinner time. at 5:30. So
Okay.
let me look into
I
that.
just want to put it on my calendar. Either way is okay. I just
Yeah.
don't to like, oh no, am I supposed to pick something
Right, are
up
you
or
going to be
not?
super hungry? Wait, yeah, no, understood. Let me take a look into that and see what.
Thank you, Jacob.
Of course. And if the commission's comfortable with that, we will, we'll move that forward and just meet on the 8th. And then I also want to, Mel sent out the invite for the annual Department of Planning Christmas party on December 5th. And I just want to bring that to your all's attention if you've not checked your emails yet. And I'm really excited to see everybody for a nice social evening for those of you who can attend. So I just want to bring that to your attention as well.
And the
I have a
world
question on that,
famous-
Jacob, since I have not been able to attend one before. Is that something that we bring a guest to or spouse?
Yes, absolutely. Happy for you
I
to
wasn't
bring bring a spouse. If you've got young kids that you're, please, please feel free to do so too. There aren't usually a lot of kids that come, so, but I want to make it, it's family friendly for folks to come to. So.
A world famous eggnog.
There will be homemade eggnog.
Very good. It's always a good time, that's for sure. Is there anything else?
He had his hand raised.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I saw Bob raise his hand. Bob, did you
Yes,
have
Bob.
a comment or a question?
Doesn't look like, I can't tell if Bob has a mic connected.
Yeah,
Looks
that
frozen
might
to me.
be. Yeah, it looks like his audio might not be working.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Do we formally need to make a motion in a second? And
Yeah,
go
that would
through
actually be,
this
that would be
change?
beneficial for your
Okay.
calendar change.
Yes. Okay, you've heard the recommendation of the department to change our meeting to the instead of 12:1 to 12:8 to have the executive meeting and public hearing as well as some informational education at 5:30. Could I get a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion to approve.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Nays, ayes have it, and we will move that meeting till 12:08 at 5:30 p.m. I'd like to move for adjournment. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
There's second.
Second.
There has been a first and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. And we'll see everybody November 10th at 7 p.m. Is that correct?
That's right. We'll have a public hearing. We've got a good number of petitions. So
Eat your Wheaties that day.
yeah, eat your Wheaties.
Okay.
Have
very
Wheaties
good.
for lunch.
Jacob, if you're not too busy tomorrow, could you give me a call, please?
Yeah, I'll give you a call.
Okay, thank you so
Do you want
much.
it right now, or did you say tomorrow or right now?
Or you can call me now, or you can call me tomorrow, whichever works for you.
All right, sounds good. I'll call you in just a sec.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks,
That's adjournment.
everyone.
See you all
Good night.
next week. Take care.